With our water tank still needing to be filled, weeds needing to be whacked, and a team of 2 who help us tackle fire hazards on the other side of our stream, by the end of this episode, we'll be able to see our water mill in a way we've never been able to see it before.
Oh my gosh!
Guys, I love it.
Finally!
Welcome back to our channel. If you're new around here, we're Brittany and Drew, 2 hopeful adventurers who got married and after 8 years of van life, found our dream property and moved across the globe to Portugal, where we're now documenting the journey of transforming this historic watermill into our very first home, not on wheels. Now, let's take in a deep breath and let it out. Let the adventure begin.
There goes the backhoe, clearing the path so that they can now remove all the eucalyptus from the opposite side of our stream here. Wow. This place is gonna look so different afterwards.
Wow, this is pretty crazy to see. They're cutting trees on the other side of our stream, and they're using a tractor to haul them up.
We have a little moment of silence since waking up to the sound of the tractor and the chainsaws this morning. We have the guys on the other side of the stream cutting down eucalyptus. So as many of you know, it has been a huge goal of ours to clear the 50 to 100 meter radius from the watermill, and we did an excellent job thanks to our excavator friends helping us clear the space behind the watermill. But a big concern for us has been the other side of the stream. 1, because it's so hard for us to get to, and 2, because there's so many eucalyptus over there. And look at this. We got a tiny panther on the catio rooftop. They brought us a little mouse this morning. Spared you guys the footage of that. Say hi, everyone. And there's Mr. Tom. Good morning, sweetie. But it is pretty remarkable. That is not an easy task. They've probably been doing it now for, I think this is going on day 4.
That's the tractor been pulling all of these trees up from below. Just wow, I just love the view from over here. It shows the magnitude of our valley. I can't believe we've never been on this side before and been able to see it like this. Like, what? Look how cool that is. Oh, guys, I love it. Obrigado. And just like that, that's how all of this lumber, all of the cut trees get pulled up when you're cutting below. When that side was being cut, everything could be dropped to the bottom. So this side presents an entirely new challenge. Fish. It's really great to see good teams work. These two guys work really well together. And there they go on another dusty trail. All right, I just came down that steep incline right there where they cut the trees, and I'm in our stream. Somehow I gotta get across this. You can see the water flowing through here. I'm gonna try to run and not get my feet wet. Where can I step? Oh. All right, I made it. I think our property just gets that much more magical and amazing right now. Seeing it from the other side of the valley, that's what you see. Cool.
While the guys continue clearing eucalyptus on the far side of the stream, let's turn to our online go-to resource for woodworking instruction, ideas, and information, the Woodworkers Guild of America, who is also the kind and helpful sponsor of today's episode, where woodworkers come together to express their creativity, master their craft, and teach us how it's all done. Whether you're like us, first-time home builders hoping to repurpose the supply of beautiful wood that I have here behind me, like the giant old stone oaks that were once used to hold up the roof, their website features a vast collection of woodworking tutorials with consistently updated content where we can find interesting articles, project ideas, product reviews like which tool might be best for a given project, and as a member, you'll have access to live streaming tutorials, Q&As with expert instructors, and the ability to engage with the Woodworkers Guild of America community. And right now, the first 1,000 of you to click on the link in our video description below will get a full year of premium membership to Woodworkers Guild of America for just $1.49. Now that we've shared that little nugget with you, how about we return to where we left off in the last episode, with Drew trying to fill our 2 massive water tanks at the top of the hill here.
Ready to fill these babies. Let's go get the pump turned on and get the water flowing. If you guys been watching since last year, you'll know that we have these little electric scooters, these Varless scooters, and they're so much fun for getting around our property. I'm able to just zip down the hill really fast, flip on the pump, zip back up. Saves me so much time. They're super powerful. They got a motor in the front and the back. I can peel out like a madman. Whee! And just like that, we're down here at the lagoon. So beautiful down here this morning. There's abundant water flowing right now. Get this pump started. And here we are, back at the tanks. So much quicker than walking around our property. Let's see if we got water. Uh-oh. There must be a kink somewhere. Shoot. All right, that's a nice flow. Just gotta get it up top now. We're just gonna let that do its thing, fill up, probably take a couple tanks worth of gas going in the pump down there to get it all up here. I mean, we're talking 15,000 liters up here. That's gonna take a while. Son of a biscuit. I've got leaks. Right here at this fitting where the steel meets the PVC, there's a tiny micro leak right at the bottom. I tried to use some silicone sealant, but with it dripping and the pressure, there's no way I'm gonna fix that. And I put this whole big doozy of a connector on here just to stop the water from leaking, but it's leaking itself because the tap handle right here, it's had a leak right at the joint, and I've got a whole bunch of PVC sealant glue on it, along with I retaped it with the plumber's tape. I even taped it from the inside, so it's just drying right now. And I thought, while I let this tank do its thing, observe the leaks and see if I can get them fixed, I thought I'd start filling this tank. This one is my A-team #1 player, no leaks here. But when you come around to this side, this brass fitting, a tiny, tiny little leak here. And I've even used plumber's tape on this part, on this joint. When this tank's full throughout the summer, I can't just have a tiny little leak. Like, a leak is a leak. If it drips constantly for months on end, it'll drain this entire tank. This might be the most frustrating project we've had to date. Between getting the fittings, the drills, drilling the holes, filling the tank, now having leaks. Gotta figure this one out. I even thought about not showing you guys this because I'm embarrassed by this project and all the leaks happening, all the frustrations, but I think I'm gonna have to drain the tanks, recheck my fittings, which means I gotta go back down to the pump and shut it off. This is taking far too long, and nothing frustrates me more than wasting time on projects when there's more projects to get done. I'll fill you in on what happens. Literally, fill you in. All right, this is gonna make me super sad to do, but I gotta do it. No. The tank's like this full inside. Well, I'm gonna have some green grass up here. Gotta think on the bright side. Gotta go pick up some parts at the store now. Wah, wah, wah. All right, I'm back from the store. It's midday. Looks like all the water is out, all of the taps, all of the faucets here, which is good because we're back to ground zero. And nothing like being a total beginner and being schooled in how fittings go together. I thought plumber's tape worked for PVC and steel joints, brass joints like that. However, I did not know the recommended product was this. Looks like I just cut off some lady's ponytail. It's actually horsehair, I believe. So you take the horsehair, wrap it around whatever steel component, and then you use this paste, I guess, and it creates a nice seal threading bond. So unlike I did here with the plumber's tape in the fitting, which is creating leaks, you wrap this around the fitting, use a bit of this, and something like this will fit together. Learning every step of the way, and I feel like it's really important because next time that I go to do a project like this, I'll know how to do it right the first time. It won't take me so long, won't add to all the frustrations I'm feeling on this one, and we'll be on our way. Also, I bought this massive wrench. It's a little bigger than my baby channel locks because this fitting is leaking on the back of here, and I cannot unmuscle this out, which is a good sign because that means what I did here, sealing it to the tank, is so strong. Like, I am reefing on this and I cannot get it. My channel locks weren't large enough. I'm gonna put this on here and turn that and hopefully not break off the PVC. Get the horsehair on the fittings. I still can't believe I'm using horsehair, but if it works, it works. So if that's what the locals say, I do what the locals say. I've never even used a wrench this big before. There we go. Nice and easy, baby. It's finger tight. Sweet. Time to get that off with a brush. All right, how's that look, guys? What do you think? All right, let's, oh. That just felt so wrong. Oh, okay. Nice and goopy. Don't really know how much of this goes on, but I'll do something like that. Seems like a lot. Maybe too much. The main goal is no more leaks. All right. A little bit of the horsehair. All right, let's hope that's leak proof. I'm glad I'm fixing this now. I didn't wait to fill up the tanks all the way, have to drain the entire tank. I only lost about 2 feet out of each one, maybe 3 feet. Right, last one, I got all the horsehair wrapped around it. When in Portugal using products that you are unfamiliar with, you can see it's really gooped on here, here, and there. Let's hope it holds and does the trick this time around. While I was putting all those fittings together, I had a chuckle to myself. Some of the shop owners here must get a kick out of us foreigners who move here, who are so unfamiliar with the products that they sell and think we know what we're doing when it comes to plumbing, electrical, building, just home maintenance projects. And we must ask some of the most ridiculous questions, just like so newbie and so out of our elements, but they're such good sports and so kind to us. I really enjoy living in the mountain in the smaller villages because you develop a personal relationship with the shop owners and they really do care and they want to help you out because they know you're coming here to live and try to be part of the community. It's a big difference from just being a tourist who comes on day trips or comes on a week-long holiday, especially if you can speak the local language. That is my #1 tip. All right, I think we're ready on this tank #2 as well. Let's check the last one. The hose is over the top, draped up there. This tank's probably full to about somewhere in this vicinity now. And this is perfect. I don't see any leaks. Thumbs up on that one. Man, I think I'm almost there. I'm afraid to say I'm on the last lap. Although this takes quite a while to fill up from the bottom down there. I have to maintain it for the next couple hours while I keep refueling the pump, letting the water do its thing, get these big old boys full all the way to the top. How big that is. Wow, look at all that wood. I'm right down here by our lagoon, and I've asked them to not cut this huge eucalyptus here because it's the biggest tree and I really, really want to keep it, and I love it. But I'm gonna go talk to the guys and find out if they think it's secure as it is, because they've cut some of the other trees around it. Is that weakening the roots and potentially leading to it coming down when the winds get crazy? Now that they've cut some of the trees on this side of our property, I can actually make my way to the other side. I'm so excited to see our property from this angle. Something we haven't been able to do ever before. Wow, it's so thick. It's like a jungle in here. And look at this beautiful rock wall. Huh. I've never been able to see the lagoon like this before. I really, really love this big exposed rock. It sounds like chainsaw wars out here. They're going at it, cutting up all the sections of trees up here so they can carry them away on their truck. But there's a better look at that huge eucalyptus. And you can see it's got quite the lean going on. I'm sure they would love all the lumber that comes from a tree that large. Força! So they're stacking and preparing all these. They'll come back another day next week and load them on the truck like they did the other side of our land. And after talking to them, who have a lot of experience over the years cutting trees, he said this huge eucalyptus tree that we have here is not a problem. He's like, it'll create shade for you. It's really nice on your property. So he suggests we leave it. And obviously he's incentivized to cut it and take the wood for money. So I really appreciate him being honest about that and saying it's a beautiful tree, keep it. Strim Jim is in the house. I gotta say, best advice from the neighbors, wear shin pads. Thank you, Matt. I got smashed in the shins with a couple rocks one day, and let me tell you, they like bulged up like softballs on my shins. It's no fun. So if you're out strimming, wear the proper safety equipment and it'll save you some anguish later on. But I'm gonna get to this. I'm really excited. This is like one of my favorite things. I don't have a motorcycle anymore, and just something about holding those handlebars and vroom, vroom, vroom kind of reminds me of that in its own magical way. So it's kind of meditative when I'm out here weed whacking, bush cutting, strimming, whatever you want to call it, using the cork mat. Got a lot to do. Let's get to it. Oh! Look how thick it is in this little nook over here. I mean, it takes a lot to really work through it with that blade and just get things chopped. And really, I mean, ow! Ow, I just got jabbed. You see, look at the thorns on this thing. It's like a rose stem. The objective right now is to make a clear-cut path underneath the steep slope where the guys cut all the trees and winch them out with the tractor. As I'm cutting through here, I'm just having to swing the strimmer around to be able to just go high and low. And what's making it really tough is, can you see all of these big logs and down trees from the past? And it's making it quite a challenge, not just like a simple field I'm cutting. I'm really having to get in there and work around them. It's making it quite difficult. I'm 3 hours in right now, but it's gonna feel really good when I get this whole path along this area clean cut, and we can really see the fullness of our valley. And we'll feel that much better when the fire season does come around, because the fuel that would have been here otherwise will be removed. This is a really important step for us this summer. There it is, it's done. Whew. That was a huge load right there. And that's just one of 3 trucks I had delivered. 4 cubic meters. Man, I gotta stay hydrated. For some reason this gravel just seems to be really orange as well. It's kind of cool looking.
Hello.
Come on up here. Come on.
This is an exciting moment.
Can you see it?
Oh my gosh. Finally.
The tank, after all that effort, is this close to being topped off.
You guys only saw part of the saga too. There were like moments when the pump broke and
The pump overheated one time because of too much head pressure and blew out the cap, and the pump heated. Luckily it didn't burn out.
what matters now is that both of these tanks are full.
Well, that one's topped up right now. That one has probably another 3 meters, 4,000 liters in it.
But it will,
Take this.
this is gonna overflow.
Yeah, we've definitely got our parkour skills. Getting practice here between these 2 tanks.
That feels so good.
Oh,
Wow.
thanks for sticking around for that, you guys.
Look at this. Like all the way.
It's so clear too.
No bugs and clear.
You did such a good job cleaning them.
You know what? As I drop this onto it, it's probably gonna go.
It's gonna get like vacuum sealed. Oh, nice. Oh,
Whoa.
perfect.
At least we don't live in a climate where you got to worry about it freezing, expanding, and just shattering the tank. So
Oh my gosh, you're right.
if anything, we're gonna have boiling hot water inside our tank during the summer months.
A little jacuzzi up here.
Is that what happiness feels like? 2 full water tanks?
And just like that, after a lot of trial and error, patience and determination, our watermill now has 2 full, massive water tanks, and the eucalyptus on the other side of the stream has been cut, sized, and is ready to be hauled out. I'd say this episode was a success. Thanks for sticking around till the very end. We can't wait to see you in the next one. You guys are the best. Beijinhos!